Opa, la, 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 la. Oh.
All right, let's go through this sequence. So here, I hope you don't mind the timeline down there, but it will help me find the specific spots that I want to talk about and emphasize the important bits. But this specific technique that I did here really comes from an Osoto Gari attempt, or Osoto Otoshi, depending on how the cards fall when you're... Is that even the way you say things? Like cards fall, the dice fall or whatever? When you're trying to go for it. So here I'm really chasing an Osoto Gari or Osoto Otoshi technique that I've been doing recently since I've watched a lot of J-Flow Judo that really upped my entries and understanding of Osoto entries. It's one of the most basic techniques or throws that you start doing in any form of grappling, really, especially judo, but in reality it's one of the harder ones to pull off. It looks so simple, but it's really it takes a bunch of stuff to align. So here I'm chasing that. I get a grip around his head, he is gripping around my belt line, and I'll go offline, and I immediately try to wrap his leg, because what I'm really doing is I want to wrap it first, then hop around, and then proceed to do the throw. Because if I just align him, I usually, with my sparring partners that are kind of used to me doing this, they usually counter it right away. So what I try to do here is first wrap it and then hop into place to take him down. But he was aware of that because I specifically did that variant a couple of times on him, and it didn't work because he was, as you can see, aligning, so he was controlling the wrap and his head posture was pushing into me. So as you can see, my arm was not really breaking his posture the way it should. But I immediately recognized that that's an option, that's a position rather, for my arm wrap that I've also been training, and I was specifically thinking about doing it from this counter. So he continues to adjust. I lose the superior position, as you can see. My legs are getting closer to each other, and he's really pushing that leg, swinging it rather back. So I really don't have the control of the leg or the head, which would be crucial. And as you can see, he immediately, what he did here is quite smart to stop an Osoto like this. He's pushing on my elbow, and he's going to clear his head so that he can potentially get to my back or do a Kosoto Gake or something. So he pushes it, as you can see. He exited there, which is my timing. If I just kind of stop here or take a moment to think, he's going to take my back or he's going to throw me. So what I do, I immediately go for a wraparound. And since my leg is still, it's hard to see from this angle, but it's still wrapped around his underside of the knee, the opposite side of the knee. I'm not sure, like in English, what do you call it? But it's still there. And since he's pushing into me now, I only need to wrap it around tightly. His right arm is in a perfect position, and I'm ready to completely spin. Boom. Right there. So that wrap, that was kind of from like an Osoto thing, turns into a harai. I am wearing a Shueijao jacket, but I mostly do Japanese stuff with grappling. I did Japanese, I still do Japanese Jiu-Jitsu. I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and some Judo and whatever. But I wanted to try some Shueijao jacketed stuff just to play around. I have a few sparring sessions with different jackets, but that's besides the point. But here, that leg that used to be in an Osoto position is going to turn into a harai now. So I'm not actually stepping with that leg. I'm letting him ride over, like on my leg. As you can see, whoop, my leg is in the air the whole time, and I feel him spin. As you can see, I'm still not touching the ground. Of course, he break falls, and only then did I step down. So I let him ride that leg, and that's why it really worked. So let's watch it again in full time. Osoto entry, spin, boom. So yeah, that's a really cool technique in my opinion. It's a fun thing to test around and play around with. So if you do this kind of judo, jiu-jitsu, whatever, if you get yourself in this position and you don't get an Osoto fully and you feel the guy clear the head, try and do a wraparound, try to do a Soto Makikomi. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching, guys.